Massive WWE star who put Roman Reigns in the hospital sends warning ahead of Raw. Hello, guys. Welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell. Icon, a massive WWE star, has sent a huge warning ahead of Raw. This star put Roman Reigns in the hospital. Bronson Reed has been on a roll for the past year. After he returned from his injury, Reed aligned himself with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. Since then, he has looked unstoppable. Reed has even been able to brutally assault Reigns a few times. He even stole a couple of pairs of the OTC's shoes, earning himself the nickname Tribal Thief. Recently, Reed competed against Reigns at Clash in Paris. Following the match, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed joined together and beat up Roman. JUSO came to his cousin's help, but he was taken out too. Reed hit Reigns with multiple tsunamis. After the head of Raw, Bronson Reed has taken to social media to post a warning to anyone who wants to get in the way of the vision. Bronson Reed commented on his assault of Roman Reigns at Clash in Paris. At Clash in Paris, Roman Reigns faced off against Bronson Reed in a singles match. Although Reed took Reigns to the limit, it was the OTC who came out on top. Following this win, Reigns got back his shoes that the Ozilla had previously stolen from him. The OTC also choked out Paul Heyman. However, when Reigns was celebrating his win with the fans, Braun Breaker showed up out of nowhere and speared him. Reed and Breaker then viciously assaulted the former Universal Champion. Following this assault, a fan on social media asked Bronson Reed why he didn't steal Reigns' shoes at Clash in Paris. The Ozilla replied that he took the OTC's soul instead. At the PPV. It will be interesting to see when Roman Reigns will return for his revenge. For WWE stars who need to leave Raw, WWE stars seem to move brands at will in 2025. Sami Zayn initially rejected Seth Rollins' offer to leave Raw for SmackDown, but eventually did just that by recently joining the Blue brand. The swap gave him the United States title as well as confidence, which he claimed was lacking over the last few months. Before the Underdog of the Underground switched brands, Roman Reigns and LA Knight started appearing on Raw. Logan Paul, who made a huge deal about joining the Red brand on Netflix at the premiere in January, has worked on SmackDown instead. With so many performers across all of WWE's brands, the next 4 stars should leave Raw for better opportunities elsewhere. Pete Dunne teamed up again with Tyler Bate as the new Catch Republic, while WWE was on a European tour ahead of WrestleMania 41. Bate had been sidelined with an injury for several months before rejoining Dunne. The team disappeared from programming after that spring appearance. Dunne is too talented as both a wrestler and teacher to spend most of his time behind the scenes. He was reportedly a producer for Speed, but those titles moved to NXT. The Bruiserweight has spent time in NXT while still affiliated with the main roster, so he should follow Speed to the WWE Performance Center. The men's division needs skilled performers. Dragon Lee would do better in NXT. Dragon Lee had a brief run in NXT where he won the North American Championship. His time was cut short by Dominic Mysterio. When he joined Raw, he allied with the LWO. The problem is that the LWO is rarely used on the Red brand unless there's a Lucha Libre AAA event to promote. Even when he's featured, Lee usually opposes the Judgment Day, or El Grande Americano. Like Dunne, Lee would provide NXT with a legitimate star and someone who can help anchor a flailing division. The division is too dependent on Trick Williams and Javon Evans, as it feels like they get every other title opportunity. Gunther is currently on the sidelines with a broken nose after losing the World Heavyweight title to CM Punk at SummerSlam. The Ring General had his time with the title, but most of the latter half of his reign was a mediocre feud with JUSO. Having him assume a top heel role on Raw wouldn't fit with Seth Rollins taking over. When healthy, he'd be better suited to move to SmackDown. Roman Reigns and LA Knight moved to Raw, leaving a slight void at the top of the main event scene on the Blue brand. Randy Orton and John Cena have already battled over the undisputed WWE title, so Cody Rhodes needs new challengers. Gunther could also face off with Brock Lesnar if the Beast Incarnate appears for a few feuds over the next few months. Rhea Ripley needs a change of scenery. Rhea Ripley has already had 5 shots at the Women's World Championship this year. She's feuded with Becky Lynch before, so going after her title slash would be more of the same. It quote, "S no secret that Mammy is one of WWE's top stars." To freshen her up, a move to SmackDown would do wonders. She eventually needs that one-on-one feud with Bianca Belair. Ripley hasn't had any feuds with Tiffany Stratton, despite teasing it this year. The two might even team up if necessary. Jade Cargill and Julia would make for an interesting opponents. Bookers would want to put her in the title picture. However, working in some other angles, like Charlotte Flair at the moment, would be better to prop up other stars.